Well, the little homies were trying to figure out what they were going to get first and where they were going to get all these snacks for their party. They knew where to get the cheese corn from, so they had to ask, hey, where do we get the pizza? I don't know. At them places, that got like pictures of the pizza on the outside. Oh. Hey, there's one of those over by the gas station, isn't there? Yeah, you mean where all them cars go and, put the hose on them? Yeah, that place. Where the cheese corn is, said Homie. Yeah, there is. There's one of them right next to there. We can get that pizza there. How do we get the pizza? I don't know, but we'll just have to go check it out. And we'll figure it out once we get there because we're definitely going to get some pizza. We're all going to try the pizza. All right, cool. Anyway, are you ready? All right, guys, let's get going. Cool. Gas station first and pizza? That's it. Cheese corn, pizza first. Hey, where do we get the French fries at? Oh, that place with the I don't know what you call it, but people go inside. Yeah? Yeah, they just go inside. Well, where do they buy them at? In a bag? No, the people hand them to them. Oh. Well, what place are you talking about? I don't know. They're all over the place. Some of them have pictures of hamburgers outside and stuff, like that. And some of them are yellow and they always have pictures in the windows of toys and stuff, like that. Oh, is it a toy store? No, it's a food place. Okay, well, show us one and we'll try to get some French fries. Swiss cheese? Where do we buy Swiss cheese or where do we get Swiss cheese at? Oh, by the way, important thing about homies. Homies don't know that people buy and pay for things. Homies don't understand that because, they can't understand it. Because where homies live, they just go find the food they want and they eat it. They don't understand that that's the way it is. But here's the biggest secret of all. The homies have always been going and sneaking food. Not just these little homies. These aren't the first homies to do this. There have been other homies before them. And all the people know that the homies go sneaking around and do this. And all the people like to see the homies. So they never tell the homies or try to take the homies' food away from them. They always let the homies come and get stuff. And they just like to see the homies around the little town where they all live in. So the homies, they don't know they're supposed to pay. And the homies think they're going to get caught all the time by people. And the only reason they don't want to get caught is because they don't want people picking them up. They don't want people chasing them. And besides that, it's part of the adventure to be really sneaky. So anyway, guys, where do we get the Swiss cheese? There's a store. Okay. What's it look like? I don't know. It's really big. What do you mean really big? It's a really, really big place. And inside is everything you could ever eat, ever. Even pizza? Yeah, I think it is. But it's really cold and it's hard as rock pizza. I don't want that. I want pizza that's chewy good. Okay. Do you know where it's at? Yeah, I do. I've been there before myself. Okay, we're going to go there then. So that goes on the list. And where do we get Pixie Sticks? Oh, that's easy. You get them at that big place with all the food in it. Where the Swiss cheese is. They have every kind of these things you could ever have. And I don't know what all of them are called, but my favorite ones are Pixie Sticks. And you know how I know they're called Pixie Sticks? Because I had a little person one time ask me if I wanted a Pixie Stick. And he gave it to me, and I tried it. And it was so good, and it was a purple kind. And that's the kind I want. I want purple kind. All right, guys. Well, let's get ready to go. Do. And the homies all got ready. And they all went down the road, sneaking along, hiding in bushes, making sure nobody sees them And then this was a bunch of homies too. This was like about 12 homies. And they're all sneaking around. Imagine every time somebody saw them, how funny they thought they looked when they saw all of them sneaking around. And it wasn't the first time they saw homies sneaking around. Homies been sneaking around for a long time. Well, anyway, they knew exactly how to get to the gas station. So let's get back to the story once they get to the gas station. Hey, homie. What? We're there. I know. Let's hide. Where are we hiding? Right over here. You know, behind that trash can. There's too many of us this time. We're here. Just 2 of us will go over and go into the store or a place, and the rest of you guys stay over here in these bushes over here. And then we'll just run over. We'll go in and get them, and we'll be back out in a minute. Oh, but we all want to come in and see what's in there. But if we all go in, we're going to get caught. No, we won't get caught. We're going to be really secretive about this. Remember, this is an adventure. I don't care as long as I get my cheese corn. And you know, if we scare those people, they'll chase us out of there. Well, okay. So here's what we're going to do. The first 2 are going to go over and go inside. And then the next 2 go over and go inside. Okay, homie says, I'm going first. So off he goes with one of his friends, and they hide behind the trash can and wait for the door to slide open. They wait. Finally, here come some people. The people are walking in, and the homies wait for them to get in, and they scurry in as fast as they can go, and they get in the door before it closes on their little tails. And they run in, and they know exactly which aisle the cheese corn's in, and they know that they have to climb all the way up to the top now, because for some reason the cheese corn's been on the top, right? So, in they go, up they go. Homie, oh, look, jump up. Oh man, I'm jumping as high as I can. Okay, I'm up here. Running behind the chip bags, and they're making them wiggle again, so you know what's going on. The bags are wiggling. Well, the people can see the bags wiggling. Well, they know that's the homie. And they know what he's doing. They know he's going to take some cheese corn. Homie don't know it, but that's okay. They all are thinking it's funny. One person was even taking a video of the homies doing it. So, homie gets up there. He turns around and looks. He goes, all I got to do is push this off. And sure enough, he pushes it off onto the ground. Bang! Hits the floor. Homie says, now all I got to do is jump off. So he jumps off, lands on it. His friend jumps off, lands on it. They grab it. Out the door they go. They get outside. They run over the bushes. Oh no, we forgot. Everybody else is in there. Well, here the door opens up, and here comes all 10 other homies. And they all have something. They're running as fast as they can. They've got potato chip bags. They've got cookies. They've got sunflower seeds. One of them even has beef jerky. And they're running as fast as they can, and they're holding all this stuff, and they're going right across the parking lot in front of all the cars and everything. And they get over the bushes, and their eyes are all big around. And they go, look at what we got when we were in there. Look at what we got when we were in there. And they're laughing and like, what is that stuff? I don't know. What's this stuff? I don't know what it is. Well, we've got it for our party. You think it's all stuff you eat? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. That very thing in there comes from a place I think you can eat everything you get inside that place. Cool. One of them was even holding in his mouth this thing that was not round, but shaped almost like a triangle. And one of the homies put it on the ground, and one of the homies bumped it, and it spun. And homie goes, what is that? I don't know. I picked it up. It was on a shelf. What do you do with it? I don't know. Look at it. And another homie hit it, and it spins. I think we know what it is. It's not something you eat. One of the homies tried to take a bite out of it, couldn't take a bite out of it. Other homie just, all they figured out you could do is just spin it. And they go, this is the coolest thing we've ever seen. And away they go. They take off, and it's time for them to go to get the pizza. And it's right next door. So they only had to move down a few bushes, and they watched how it worked. people would come up, people would walk in, and they would like hand them one thing and trade them, and they give them pizza. So homies were like, well, what do we got? Let's give them this stuff in this bag. What do you mean? Well, everybody goes in there, gives them something, so let's give them something so we can get the pizza too. Well, they seemed to watch, and they saw one place where somebody came out and they carried pizzas out into a car and put them in the car, and then they went back in. Well, then they come back out, they get in the car, and they had a light on top of the car that had a picture of a pizza on it and some letters, and they took off and left. And the homie says, hey, I know what to do. The next time one of that happens, we're going to, like, when they go away from that thing they ride in, we'll get the pizza out of there and we'll leave them this bag of stuff. Well, what they were talking about was leaving them a bag of jerky. They didn't know what jerky was, but they thought they better leave them something. So they did. They waited. Well, here come another one of the cars with the pizza thing on the top. And somebody gets out and goes inside the pizza place. And they wait and wait. Sure enough, that person comes back out, and they've got 5 or 6 pizzas in boxes, and they put them in the car, and they go back inside again before they leave. Homies go, this is it. They took off running as fast as they could. 2, 3 homies jump up in the car, and they tried to grab a whole box, and they couldn't do it. What do we do? It's too big. We can't pick this up. It's gigantic. No, you don't pick it up. Open up the box. The pizza's inside the box. And one of the homies flipped open the lid, and he looked in. Sure enough, big round pizza. And it was hot, and it was steamy, and it had cheese all over it. And the homie goes, that's my favorite stuff in the whole world right there in front of my face. They grabbed 2 pieces because that's all they could carry. And it took 2 homies to carry 1 piece. And they jumped down, threw the bag of beef jerky inside the box, shut the box, and they took off running. So whoever was going to get that pizza was going to lose 2 pieces of pizza, but they got a bag of jerky. Anyway, ran back over in the bushes, and they could all smell it, and they go, hey, that smells kind of good. It is kind of good. Wait till you try it. We don't want to wait. We want to eat it right now. Well, we can't eat it right now, but we have to eat it right now. And the little homies ate both pieces of pizza, and they were all like, this is the best stuff ever. Well, they had to wait till another car came, and they went back over, and they had to get more pizza, and they didn't know what to give them this time, so they gave them the spinny thing, and they took 2 pieces of pizza, and they carried it away with them, and now they had their whole pile of snacks ready to go. So the next thing on the list was the French fries. And one of the homies stood up, and he went, and he smelled the air, and he says, look over there. That's one of them places with the pizza. Or not the pizza, the French fries. Right there. See it? It's kind of yellow. Look, there's a Toys in the sign. We have to go across the street. Oh, no. We got to pick up all our stuff. So they figured out how to do it. They picked up all their stuff. Well, they opened up the bag of cheese corn. Well, homie did. Well, they used the bag that the cheese corn, they put the pizza inside that bag so they could at least carry it. They didn't care if it got cheese corn on it. They already knew they liked pizza. So away they went with their cheese corn and pizza, and they were going to go get French fries. And they went over, and they couldn't see how to get inside the place. And they couldn't see how they could go inside and not be seen. Well, there were these round tables out front with things over the top of them that looked like big flowers over top of them. And people were sitting outside eating. They were drinking stuff and eating stuff, and there were the French fries. They were golden, and they were in red boxes. And they wanted French fries, especially the one homie who loved them. He goes, I have an idea. Look, every now and then they get up and they walk away, and they leave it sitting there. When they do that, we jump up there and we get one of them red boxes of them French fries, and we jump down and we run it, and we'll have them. Great idea. So they waited, and sure enough, there was a family sitting there eating, and it looked like maybe somebody had to go back inside to go do something. And so they all had to go at one time, and they left all their stuff up there. So two of the homies jumped up onto the round table, looked around. Now remember this. They don't think anybody can see them. Well, everybody can see them, and they're laughing because they can see that the homies are going to sneak some fries. And sure enough, they didn't grab just one thing of fries. They grabbed two. Each homie bit onto one of the red boxes or containers that the fries go into, and they jumped down running. Well, fries were flying everywhere, but they didn't care. They were going as fast as they could to get away because they didn't want anybody to see them. And sure enough, they got back, and they at least had enough fries for their party. And they all smelled them, and they go, wow, those smell really good. And all the homies tried a French fry, and they were like, you know what? These French fries are really good. This is so much fun today. This is the best adventure. It's time to go to the big store with the Swiss cheese and the pixie sticks. They go down the street. There it is. The biggest place you could imagine. And all the homies are like, wow. There's so many of the people's cars outside, and there are people everywhere coming and going. There's these things with wheels on them that the people are pushing, and they have the baskets are full of stuff, and the homies are like, what is this mystery place? To the homies, this may be the greatest place they had ever seen. And the one homie goes, I told you so. I come here one time before when I was lost, and I found this place, and I went inside because I was scared. And there are things in there you never saw. The homies all lined up, and they waited and they waited, and they couldn't figure out how to get in. Well, they saw that all these baskets that the people pushed around, were all outside sitting in one spot. And that every now and then somebody would come out and get a whole bunch of them and take them back inside. And the homies decided, we'll wait for that, and we'll all jump on that thing and ride on the baskets on the bottom, and we'll go inside. Okay, so they went over and they waited. Sure enough, here come two guys with real bright colored clothes on, and they got all the baskets, and the homies rode on them all the way inside. And once they were inside, they could smell everything. And they couldn't believe it when they opened their eyes all the way and looked inside. There was food everywhere. They saw pizzas, and they saw grapes, and they saw things they didn't even know what they were. They even saw apples. There isn't a homie on the planet who doesn't know what an apple is and doesn't love them. And they saw piles of them. And the homies were like, is this heaven? No. This is a store. And they have stuff everywhere. And the one homie says, hey guys, we gotta get the Swiss cheese and get out of here. Hurry up. Okay, let's go get it. So the homies took off, and they were looking everywhere. And it was so big they couldn't find Swiss cheese. But they saw the other little homie even saw cheese corn. More cheese corn than was even at the gas station. And he goes, look, it's on the bottom rack. I can get this stuff anytime I want. They went all over the store. They were hiding along the edges, and nobody ever saw them. At least the homies thought nobody saw them. They saw things they'd never even seen before. There was a section of foods that were like covered in ice, and there was like bread. So much bread. The homies loved bread. And one homie goes, can I please get some bread? No, we got to get the pixie sticks and the... We can't even carry all the stuff we've already got. Oh, man. We've got to come back here. This place is for homies. Look at all the homie food. They finally, one of the homies, chirp, 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 he found Swiss cheese. And it was in a bag, and it was actually cut up and in cubes, but the bag was really big and heavy. It took 4 homies to drag the bag, and they're dragging the bag around the store. Well, the people in the store are so busy, they're not even paying attention to these homies at all. And they see the aisle with all these colorful bags of things in it. And the one homie goes, I bet you that's where I'm going to find my pixie sticks, right down there. They started walking down and looking. That was the candy aisle. Homies have a weakness, and it's candy. And the little homie saw licorice. And it was the rope kind of licorice. And he jumped up and he tore open the package and he wrapped the licorice all around himself while he was eating it. He looked so funny. He had gotten enough licorice to cover his whole self. The other homie, he found a bag of pixie sticks and he said, look at these. There's purple ones, green ones, yellow ones, orange ones. I can't believe all these pixie sticks and they're all mine. And he jumped down with them and he goes, somebody please help me drag them. And they went as fast as they could out of the store. Little homies covered in licorice. Other homies are helping pull Swiss cheese and pixie sticks. And they got out of the store and they went back over and they found the bush where they'd hid all their other stuff. And they were like, look at all these things we've gotten today. We've got cheese corn. We've got pizza, french fries, Swiss cheese, and pixie sticks for our party. Let's get it home. And man, what a job the homies had getting it home. In fact, this food snack adventure had taken them all day to do. And it was starting to get evening out. And the homies had so much stuff. They could barely get it down in the burrows. But they did. They got it down in the burrows, and they all stood back and they looked and they go, this is an amazing amount of snacks. Well, other homies were coming over and looking and going, where did you get all that stuff? We went on an adventure today and we got it all. Oh, you guys are going to have the best night ever. To be continued.